Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Desert Have a Garden. We are up at the High Desert Homestead today and it is pretty chilly here. It was 46 degrees when we arrived and I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's some clouds up there, and in the forecast for tonight is actually some snow. So that's one of the reasons we came up here. The kids really love it when it snows and they want to be around that, since at home we don't get that kind of weather at all. Life at home has been pretty stressful, and so while we can't get any serious work done this weekend, we just wanted to come up and spend some time up here in the High Desert Homestead, enjoy the outdoors, and also get some campfire therapy. So I can catch you up a little bit on what was happening since the last video. Rick came up here by himself with the boys and he was going to work on filling concrete into the basement block walls back there. And so we didn't have a big mixer. We have this mixer behind me here. So he can mix one bag at a time in there, and that's what he was doing, and he was pouring it into a 5-gallon bucket. Then he would walk over here, get up on a ladder, climb up, and then dump it into the top of the blocks, one bucket at a time. And after a full day's worth of work, he had completed about 7 linear feet and was totally disheartened and frustrated and sore and you name it. So after that, we decided we're probably going to have to get a concrete truck up here with a pumper in order to fill the rest of the concrete in. So that's kind of a bummer. And then just the next weekend after that, it started freezing up here. And so every night it has been in the teens and 20s, getting really cold. And then during the days, the highs are only in the 40s. So we can't really do any more concrete work at this time, which is a bummer. So we're kind of on hold until the spring because we need to complete the footings in order to start building the cabin. So that's kind of where we're at right now. It's a little bit of a bummer, but like everything with this project, it takes longer than we anticipate and there's always setbacks. But at the same time, we have this beautiful piece of property. We have everything we need up here in order to enjoy our family and maybe have some friends come up and visit us this weekend. So we're just going to do that. We're going to enjoy ourselves and be grateful for this beautiful property that we have. Mama. What do you have there?
Ice. Ice. Ice.
Ooh.
Ice. You have cold water.
This is one of our favorite hikes we like to go on around our property. We have a wash that when it rains you get a little bit of water accumulating in here, but we like to follow this wash and it goes down to a waterfall that obviously doesn't normally have water on it, but when it rains the bottom fills up with water, and it's just a neat place for the kids to check out. And we see a lot of different prints in this wash. A lot of the animals come through here, and so we kind of like to keep an eye on what's been coming through our property, and oftentimes it's mostly just cows and rabbits and javelina. Though last year in the winter time we did get some bear prints, and so it looked like a mother and her cub had come through our wash, so that was a little bit exciting. Here is our waterfall. And as you can see, there is lots of water accumulated down here. Some water there. And so a lot of the animals come over here, and it seems like they gather here to get drinks. We had a game camera on a tree right over there for a long time, and we got all kinds of deer and cows looking at it in the photographs that it made.
These pandas are really soft and they're called pandas, and they're not actually real pandas, because if they were real pandas they'd be black and white. Always be happy, but don't worry. I'll show you something really cool. how soft that is.
Let me see. Oh, it is very soft.
Yes.
Do you know what it's really called?
No. No.
It's called a panda?
No. What is it called?
Moss.
Moss.
This is the back boundary of our property, and we like to come out here a lot because in this area over here, previously we have found arrowheads, and so it's really neat to find stuff like that. So we're just kind of walking around enjoying ourselves, but this road is on our back boundary, and it goes basically from the top of that hill all the way over to the top of the next hill. And there is a barbed wire fence here for cattle because it is free range. So we're at the top of the second hill, and you can see here's a corner marker under a tree. And then we have the road here. So the road is on our property, and it goes down the hill and up. Let me see if I can focus in where the other, see, zoom. Okay, so where that rock outcropping is, you kind of go behind it over there, following the road, and that's where the other corner marker is. So this is all the back side of the property. And then this side is BLM, or State Trust, I think. And then over here is our property. This is an area that the kids have named Wonderland. They like to visit this area every time we come to the High Desert Homestead. So you can see that there's definitely some standing water from the rain and snow that's happened lately. But it's just a cool rock outcropping here, and we walk inside of it. And it's shady with some sun coming through.
Are they making it so that we have to do
Get out of the sunlight here. See if we can get out of the sun. There we go. So there's an area back here that they kind of can hike out through the shrubbery and end up on the top of the rocks, which is pretty neat. What is that?
It's a tiny, tiny pomegranate.
Tiny pomegranate. Let me see. Some sort of a berry.
Tasty.
So there's just some really cool rocks in here. That one always looks like it's going to fall down. And water runs down the backside here.
I'm gonna eat the pomegranate.
When it was warm over the summer, we actually found some frogs back in here, but you can see water dripping down through the crack. It's coming down into here and going into the big puddle. Just kind of a cool area. We have some clouds rolling in and the wind has picked up. It got pretty chilly, so we're using the opportunity to burn some of the shrub that we have around here from the trees we've cut down. In a previous video we were lollipopping trees, and so the little bits, the leaves I guess, on the juniper trees burn really hot and fast. So this has made for a very nice warm campfire, and we did some s'mores, so we're getting that out of the way before dinner time tonight because we may be facing a little bit of a storm here pretty soon. We're hoping for some snow. The kids were really hoping to get to play in some snow this weekend. But either way, it's a pretty sunset, and it's nice and quiet up here, and the fire is warm despite the cold air and the wind. Good morning, everyone. Well, you can see the extent of our snow. That's it. That's not much at all. Pretty disappointing. I don't even know if that's just like ice, because it sounded like it was raining through the night, and so it didn't sound like snow. Snow's usually really quiet, but you can see just on a few surfaces there's a few little what looked to be snowflakes. I know, a little bit on the trailer. Not much, but it's not super wet or muddy or anything. A little bit there accumulated. So darn it, no snow for the kids, but it still is really beautiful and quiet out here, and it's a beautiful morning. Well, all good things must come to an end. We've had a lovely weekend up here, just hiking around and enjoying ourselves, having time at the campfire, but now we've got to go back to reality back in town. So that's it for this time. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe for more updates in the future.